Which tools are pivotal for productivity and growth within a 2026 autonomous productivity and agentic AI era? Hi friends, today we unpack the 2026 AI ecosystem, examining tool categorization, its utilization, and the importance of AI literacy. Let's get started. By 2026, AI has evolved from a reactive tool into a pervasive ecosystem of specialized proactive agents capable of independent reasoning and strategic execution. As human adoption becomes the primary bottleneck to progress, universal AI literacy is now a non-negotiable requirement to bridge the AI divide and ensure equitable growth. This video maps the 2026 AI ecosystem through functional tool categorization, providing a framework to encourage literacy and effective utilization, defining the framework for AI literacy. In response to the growing demand for standardized competencies, regulatory and governmental bodies have formalized AI education. The European Union's Comprehensive AI Act, the first comprehensive legislation on AI globally, explicitly promotes a human-centered approach. In parallel, the United States Department of Labor issued a definitive AI literacy framework in 2026, which encourages the use of federal funding to help youth and adults develop AI skills. The DOL frames AI literacy not as a specialized coding skill, but as a baseline workforce capability. Understand AI, comprehending what AI is, recognizing its human-designed architecture, and understanding both its capabilities and limitations. Apply AI, explore how to implement AI effectively across diverse industries to increase productivity, crunch data, and solve problems. Direct and interact by mastering prompt engineering, crafting clear instructions, providing necessary context, and guiding the system towards optimal outcomes. Evaluate outputs, critically reviewing AI-generated content for accuracy, completeness, logic, and relevance, avoiding taking outputs at face value. And last, responsible use, safeguarding confidential information, complying with organizational policies and legal rules, and preventing unethical applications. Let's dive into the categorization and detailed analysis of essential AI tools in 2026. Category 1. Foundational LLMs remain the entry point for vast majority of the public. These tools process natural language inputs to generate text, write software code, translate languages, and answer complex queries across a broad spectrum of human knowledge. However, by 2026, these are no longer simple chat interfaces. They are deeply integrated, multimodal operating environments. For example, ChatGPT from OpenAI operates on the advanced GPT 5.4 architecture, and it features unparalleled persistent memory across sessions, robust deep web integration, and real-time, low-latency voice conversations. In this article, How People Use ChatGPT, it's mentioned by mid-2025, GPT reached 10% of the global adult population, with adoption increasingly equitable across genders and lower-income countries, while non-work usage has surged to over 70% of all interactions. The tool remains a vital economic driver for knowledge workers through decision support and writing. Then you get Claude from Anthropic. Distinguished by an enormous context window and superior logic reasoning capabilities, Claude Code embeds directly into developer environments to act as autonomous agentic programming assistant. Then you get Google Gemini, the paragon of ecosystem integration. The free tier offers generous access to Gemini Flash and Pro models, integrating natively with Gmail, Google Docs, and Google Drive to manipulate proprietary data seamlessly. Category 2, a persistent critique of foundational LLMs, is their propensity for hallucination, generating plausible but factually incorrect information. In professional, legal, and academic environments, the stakes are just too high. to permit factual inaccuracies. In response, we have witnessed an upsurge of hyper-contextual AI tools that utilize retrieval augmented generation concepts, or RAG. These tools operate strictly within walled gardens of user-provided data or utilize real-time verifiable citations to ensure absolute accuracy. Take, for example, Google Notebook LM has emerged as arguably the most transformative tool for research, content marketing, and learning in 2026, frequently surpassing Gemini itself in niche popularity. Unlike ChatGPT, Notebook LM is fundamentally grounded. What that means is it only retrieves answers from the specific PDFs, spreadsheets, transcripts, and so on the user uploads into a specific notebook, thereby eliminating external hallucinations. While Notebook LM excels at internal document analysis, Perplexity AI dominates the external research category. Operating as an AI-powered search engine, Perplexity synthesizes answers from across the web, critically providing inline citations for every factual claim. For academics and analysts and students, the ability to verify claims directly against cited sources makes Perplexity an indispensable tool for literature reviews. It outperforms traditional search mechanisms by significantly reducing the time required to cross-reference data. Category 3. The most significant technological leap distinguishing 2026 from previous years is the transition from co-pilots to autonomous agents. A co-pilot requires continuous human prompting and oversight for every step of a task. An agent, conversely, is assigned a high-level goal and autonomously executes multi-step workflows, corrects its own errors, and interacts with external software to achieve the desired outcome. Take Molly AI from Infloza, the autonomous marketing agent. Touted as the world's first fully autonomous AI marketer, Molly is a domain-specific artificial general intelligence. Developed by Indian MarTech company Infloza, Molly continuously trains on a brand's entire digital footprint and leverages real-time data intelligence to execute highly efficient, return on investment-driven campaigns. Then you get Molly AI, the personal productivity agent. Parallel to enterprise marketing, autonomous agents are revolutionizing personal workflows and customer service. Another distinct AI entity, also branded as Molly, which was developed by Beta Pearl, serves as a privacy-first personal assistant. This agent possesses infinite memory, retaining context from every interaction, which effectively eliminates the need for repetitive instructions. It learns individual user styles and preferences, autonomously manages complex scheduling conflicts, and provides predictive assistance by anticipating future needs. In the realm of customer service, similar AI agents operate with advanced natural language processing to automate inquiries, providing empathetic real-time responses that streamline operations and maximize return on investment. Category 4. Multimodal creative engines. The democratization of high-fidelity media production continues to accelerate. Generative AI tools now produce photorealistic images, studio-quality audio, and cinematic video from natural language prompts, bypassing traditional technical barriers to entry. These tools provide director-level control over camera angles, physics, and narrative continuity, generating cinematic, story-driven clips. The economic implication is a drastic reduction in B-roll acquisition costs and the democratization of high-end commercial production. VO3 from Google is an example. Sora 2 from OpenAI. As described on the screen, start with a prompt or upload an image, create videos from unprecedented realism in any style, cinematic, animated, photorealistic, or surreal. Cast yourself and your friends in videos as characters. You control how or when your character is used. And we have Higgsfield. Imagine you're a movie director, but instead of a crew of 200 people, expensive cameras, and multi-million-dollar budget, you just have your phone or laptop. Higgsfield.ai is basically a Hollywood studio in a box. It's an all-in-one website and app where you create professional looking videos just by typing what you want or uploading a few videos. While most AI tools give you random results, Higgsfield gives you the steering wheel, letting you control exactly how the camera moves and making sure your characters look the same in every single shot. Image and design, Midjourney. Midjourney dominates the complex concept art. Canva Magic Studio. While Canva integrates AI natively into everyday graphic design, bridging the gap between professional designers and novices. Ideogram AI. Ideogram AI is heavily utilized by entrepreneurs for print-on-demand products and typography generation. Audio and voice. You get 11 Labs. 11 Labs provides indistinguishable text-to-speech voice cloning. Think of 11 Labs as a digital voice actor, a complete sound studio that lives inside your browser. It is a tool where you can type in any text and have it read back to you in a voice that sounds indistinguishable from a real human, complete with natural emotions, breaths, and pauses. Whisperflow revolutionizes voice-to-text by understanding intent and formatting speech perfectly. Whisperflow is essentially a superpowered dictation assistant that lets you type with your voice across any app on your computer or phone. You get Suno AI. Suno composes high-fidelity, royalty-free music tracks across genres. Think of Suno as a full band and recording studio that lives in your browser. Just like 11 Labs does for speech, Suno does for music. You can type in a simple description like a 90s grunge song about a cat lost in space, and in a second it generates a complete professional sounding track with lyrics, instruments, and a lead singer. And the last category, workflow automation and operational productivity. If large language models represent the cognitive brain of the 2026 ecosystem, automation tools represent the central nervous system, connecting diverse isolated software stacks into cohesive automated pipelines. Take Zapier and Make. These platforms are the premier integrators, utilizing visual interfaces and AI-driven automation builders. Users simply describe their desired workflow in natural language. Example, when I receive a custom inquiry in Gmail, extract the data, generate a response, add the lead to the CRM, and alert me in Slack. And the AI constructs this integration across thousands of supported applications. Zapier is essentially the digital glue that let over 8,000 different apps talk to each other, so you don't have to spend your day copying and pasting data. It works on a simple if-then logic. For example, if you get a new lead from a Facebook ad, then Zapier can automatically save the data or the info into a spreadsheet and send you a message in Slack. If Zapier is a simple if this then that list, Make is a visual map or Lego set for your business. Instead of just connecting two apps in a straight line, Make gives you a wide open canvas where you can drag and drop different apps called modules and connect them like a flowchart. N8N is a highly preferred tool for enterprise users prioritizing strict data privacy. As a self-hosted automation platform, N8N allows organizations to build sophisticated multi-agent AI workflows locally, ensuring sensitive operational data never leaves internal servers and avoids per automation pricing structures. Unlike Zapier or Make, N8N is open source, meaning you can self-host it on your own server to keep your data 100% private, a huge deal for companies concerned with privacy and security. Its real superpower is its AI agent orchestrator. Because it's built on a framework called LangChain, you can create thinking AI assistants that don't just follow a list of steps, but can actually reason, remember past conversations, and choose which tools to use to solve a problem. Motion and Clockwise. These AI-driven calendar management tools actively combat scheduling chaos. If a meeting runs late or a high-priority task is injected into the day, the AI dynamically reorganizes the user's schedule, protecting deep work blocks and ensuring deadlines are met without manual intervention. Note, as of March 2026, the standalone Clockwise service has officially shut down following its acquisition by Salesforce. Motion is an AI personal assistant that plays a high-speed game of Tetris with your calendar, so you don't have to. Instead of you manually trying to figure out when to fit in your to-do list, you simply tell Motion your tasks and their deadlines, and its AI automatically builds an optimized daily schedule by slotting those tasks into open gaps between your meetings. If an urgent meeting pops up or you fall behind, the app instantly reshuffles your entire day in seconds to keep you on track without lifting a finger. It is important to highlight that these tools do not generate content, rather, they generate time by handling all the bloated, unnecessary tasks that humans would do manually, such as data routing, scheduling, and repetitive task execution. They free human capital to focus exclusively on high leverage, creative, strategic endeavors. So, what's the core concept? The true transformative power of the 2026 AI ecosystem lies not in the isolated use of a single tool, but in the practice of stacking multiple AI architectures to create an unbroken chain of autonomous productivity. Let's look at an example of this unbroken chain of autonomous productivity across the categories we just described. A modern professional workflow seamlessly integrates tools across the 5 categories. For example, a market researcher might utilize Perplexity to gather verifiable, cited macroeconomic data. They then upload this data to Notebook LM to generate an interactive mind map and cinematic video overview to present to internal stakeholders. Following strategy approval, the data is handed off to Molly AI, which autonomously executes targeted, multilingual digital ad campaigns. Meanwhile, Motion schedules all follow-up, review meetings, and Grammarly ensures all outbound communications are tone perfect. This interconnected ecosystem changes the definition of human productivity. However, navigating this ecosystem safely necessitates a robust understanding of data privacy, algorithmic bias, and critical evaluation, which reinforces the necessity of AI literacy.